Jesus. What? Huh? Oh, yeah. Sure, I guess. Did you really just ask me if demon fire is safe? You're smoking indoors, what do you care? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, while I have you, this train only takes you to Limbo. You'll have to get on an elevator to get any further down. Look, you're scrolling maps of the underworld and clutching a cross like it's a weapon. I just assumed you're new to this. That won't help you, by the way. Religion as a whole is too broad and subtle in its powers, and even then, if humans had this magical ability that rendered my powers useless, I would just punch you. Yeah, well, you don't want to be bugged, bring a lighter. And a better map. I mean, I'd ask, but I really don't care what you came down here for. Pfft, hiring someone? That sounds like a bad idea. No, sure, it'll go fine for you. Pfft, idiot. Ha! Well, as much as I hate saving a moron like you, I'd avoid treachery while you're down there. And violence. And honestly, anything from Circle 6 down, just stay away from. Come on, like, all the people from Heretic are either master manipulators or crazy people. They're not really good hires for a human job. Yeah, well, unless you're like the DEI hire of a greed ring company, I'm doubtful you're selling anything worth buying, buddy. I don't know. You just seemed like the greed type. No offense. Well, the good news is I don't care either way. But seriously, what are you even hiring for that needs a demon? I mean, any human will do fine. Hell, a competent 6th grader could do most of your earthly jobs. Alright, what makes yours so special then, boss man? Bodyguarding job? Pfft, please, what circle are you even gonna go to for that? Okay, no. Violence are mainly guys helping out boxers and military personnel. Maybe a serial killer here and then, but this is not worth it for them. Because bodyguarding doesn't incur enough of their sin of violence, dumbass. Your best bet is greed, maybe fraud, depending on who's being protected. An idol? What, like a statue? Oh, like those prissy pop stars on TV, sure. We have pop stars in hell. I'm friends with one, actually. I'm just thoroughly not with the times and hate social media, so I don't keep up. Please. Like, I'm about to download 2 different versions of the same app just to be up to date on the happenings of the world I live in and the world I'm legally obligated to go back to just to pay a royal stipend. Kidding. Lost will always be my home. That is true, though. Well, yeah. Whenever we encourage sin in humans, we gain power. But twice a year, we pay a portion of those earnings on stipend days to our royal demon or demonesses to keep the core system afloat. Well, yeah, you only get taxed 1 day out of the year. Being a dick about paying your taxes is a human thing. Yeah, us demons actually throw huge parties in your world. trying to collect as much as your sin as possible to show our loyalty and prowess. And purposely giving a low amount on those days is seen as being either a coward or a traitor. Talk about culture shock, right? Anyway, if you need a bodyguard for your little pop star, I would go to the Lust Ring first, and then maybe Wrath if you can't find anyone. Well, Wrath is good and all, but you want somebody charismatic if they're going to be in the public eye. And besides, your money isn't really going to mean much to them, so unless they can find ways to incur their sin, you're going to be out of luck either way. Well, that's why Lust is your best bet. I may not be hip, but I know enough to know that people can be rather objectifying in those communities, and a Lust demon can pretty easily use that to their advantage. Well, that and Lust demons are the highest frequenters of the human realm, so having easier access to cash is always handy. Yeah, wait, why am I helping you? I literally don't give a fuck what you do. You could go down to treachery and get your ass beat for all I care. Yeah, it's more like helping myself now that I think about it. The last thing I want you to do is get punched in your honestly very punchable face and get us slammed in the press again. Do you know how many crazy people yelled at me to repent on the way to the grocery store last week? Oh, come on. If you're a lust demon and you need a human disguise to pull, then you're just bad at your job. Yeah, that's your quick and only tip from me when hiring incubi. You wanna... me? Please, you don't even know who I am. What makes you think you're even worth the dirt under my shoe? Alright, let's put it this way. You see the crystals in my hair and in my horns? They're called sin crystals. Demons gain power and energy from incurring their sin in humans. And sometimes, if you're a particularly influential demon, you incur more power than you can carry. That's what the crystals are for. Well, they glow when they reach capacity and emit a different effect depending on where their home is. In my case, lust crystals glow pink and emit a vapor-like smoke or steam or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and they're also expensive as hell, so you better know what you're doing if you buy one. So with all that out of the way, and taking a good hard look at me, you've just learned that I am A, a very powerful incubus, who really doesn't need a human job to do what I want, and B, comfortable enough to not really care about fitting in with humans. Exactly. So what the hell makes you worth my time? Pfft, a picture? What is this, middle school? Fine, I guess it couldn't hurt. That's the popstar. Never heard of him. Pfft, new to the scene. I see. Can't believe I'm gonna do this. How much? I'm considering it, alright? How much? It's not nothing. Alright, here's your deal. I'm guessing by all the dates and locations on this picture that a friend of yours has a tour coming up, and that's why you're looking for help. Jeez, a week before you leave town? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so gonna be judging you on your planning skills from here on in. But that aside, after I visit home and pay my stipend, I've got no solid plans for the next few months, so I'd be willing to sign on. Just for the tour. Because you so obviously need the help that it's honestly embarrassing. Oh, shut up. You want a guard or not? Yeah. Here's my card. Feel free to give me a call. But again, this is just for the tour. You're back at this train station in a month and a half, whether you like it or not, bud. Well, looks like that's me. See you later, Yumi. Try not to get yourself killed on the way back. I'd hate to lose out and have to go find another bozo with a bad job. Yeah, just get the fuck out of here, man. Ugh, damn it, Varen. Always getting yourself in trouble for a cute face. Huh?